Our next speaker for this evening is Michael Page, and his title for his talk is Fail Culture. Michael is a manager of individual philanthropy at the Toronto Symphony Orchestra. His fundraising campaigns raised nearly $2 million in charitable support for the TSO annually. He's an avid geek, change agent, and future cultural leader. He once sneaked into the nuit, blanche art exhibit with Atom Egoyan, who's a filmmaker. Yes, please welcome Michael.
Alright, well, thanks so much for having me here today. It's kind of a little bit of a trick that you would invite a fundraiser with all these other cool people, because I just deal with money and direct mail every day. Growing up, I had this passion for art and for theater, and I kind of harnessed that, and I thought I'd actually start off with a quote from Samuel Beckett, who writes, "All of hope, nothing else ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail better." So this kind of got to me a little bit when I was thinking about what I was going to talk today, and I turned into a little bit of a crybaby. I didn't know how I was going to take my thoughts and when I was going to talk about things and how everything was going to fit together. I started to panic a little bit, and I'm kind of panicking a little bit right now too. I ended up taking to Twitter at one point, and I was tweeting, and I was saying, oh, I'm so afraid I'm going to fail, I'm going to make mistakes, people are going to laugh at me, and it's going to be really strange and awkward, and this paralysis sort of started taking over me. And that's when it clicked. That's when I knew exactly what I was going to talk about today. So, could you just raise a hand if you've made a mistake today? If you failed at something, okay, that makes me feel so much better. Okay, I have a little bit of a confession to make. I make a lot of mistakes. I'm kind of a little bit of a Homer Simpson, and I like to harness what I do, but I'm proud of my mistakes. I think that I make really excellent mistakes. They're huge, they're boastful, they're loud, they're a lot of fun, and they suck. But what I really want to talk about today is the biggest thing that's holding you back or your organization is not a mistake. Okay? I personally learned twice as much from making a mistake than I have from any of my successes. Okay, yeah, what's Mike talking about? So, what is a fail culture? A fail culture, what I'm trying to get at, is an environment in which you work, okay? So these are, it's kind of who you work with, who's around you, and it's really saying that it's okay to make mistakes in sort of your organizational flow, all right? So, how I work, who I work with, we say that it's okay to experiment, it's okay to test. It's okay to innovate, and by saying that, ultimately, it's okay to make mistakes. So when I was sort of thinking about all the other arts organizations that I work with or work for, I think the most successful ones have embraced something I'm calling a fail culture. That's my word, it's not theirs. And they've learned from their mistakes, and that's why they've gotten to where they are. Okay? I'm not saying to do what Enron's done, or what Livent may be, or Lehman Brothers, but what I'm saying is, because we need to be transparent ultimately, okay? So we need to be held to the highest ethical standards. But I've talked a lot about mistakes, but what does success look like, okay? So to me it's not about winning and losing, to me it's about progress, all right? And I see those as two conceptually different things. So we need to have long-term goals, and we need to progress our missions forward. So I have sort of 4 big ideas on how to fail and how to make a great mistake. So one is to build a strong team, because you cannot fail alone. These are the people above you, people below you, and people beside you, and all people in the room today. Alright? Number 2 is that you need to commit to learning. So you need to come out to more events like what we're at today, and you need to read more, you need to go back to school, whatever it is, you need to learn. Alright? That's something that we can all do starting today. My 3rd big idea is you need to focus on long-term incremental change. Okay? It's not about failing today to succeed tomorrow. It's about failing today to change the world in 5 years. That's really what I think success is. So when we reflect on the arts organizations or cultural organizations that we work in, you know, painters, writers, curators, they put thousands of hours into doing what they do and harnessing their craft. So as administrators, as thinkers, we should do the same thing. We should be held to the same standard. And I think that's okay. So my 4th big point is that to progress forward, we ultimately need to set incredibly high expectations. I'm not talking about making a mistake on when to use a comma or a semicolon. These are big kind of ideas that we need to challenge each other on a regular basis. So getting back to what I was saying at the beginning with Beckett, to fail again, fail better, it's not about repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again. It's about learning throughout our process, okay? And that's going to be something that helps propel us forward. And I'm almost at my 5 minutes. So when I'm saying that failing and making mistakes, we need to continue challenging ourselves, challenging the artists that we work with, challenging our donors, challenging our city and our great mayor, and that's ultimately going to be what leads to success. So I just want to thank you so much for your time today, and hope